Yeah.
I remember being outside of my boutique about a year ago, and this girl pulled me over and was like, "You really did it." And I'm looking at her like, "Who are you?" And she was like, I used to come and see you in the strip club. You used to talk about it all the time. And I'm like anybody that would listen, I was talking about my boutique. Like, you have to manifest it. You have to go for it. Like, you have to do what you have to do.
You see, I'm Southside reppin', Bigfoot steppin'. Zone 3 section is God flow perfection. Hating on the church like I ain't blessed they section. If we ain't talking money, I got a weak connection. That's on the hood. She said get a bag, so I get it, got it good. Don't complain about my problems, I just put it in a wood. Seen a genie the other day, she said make it good. So I wish for good health, then I wish to look. It's chief, not lieutenant. Yeah, I'm back, been a minute. My hard work gets you offended.
All right, we live, baby. Another episode of Live on Lake Street. We got Shay in the building of Shay's Boutique.
SHAYSHAY's Boutique.
Shay's Boutique. So how are you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm blessed.
Thank you for joining me.
I'm here.
You got a cool story,
Yes.
and you got a booming business.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk about that today.
Let's do it.
So I want to start from the beginning of the cool story, the journey.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
So let's start. I mean, you can go back further if you want to, but I think that the genius start of the boutique comes from your foresight of how to get things moving. So the first thing, so initially, you were a dancer,
Yes.
and you saw a need that wasn't being fulfilled, and you took it on yourself to
Yes.
start providing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
I'll
like that's
let you take it.
That's what entrepreneurship is. Like, you have to figure out what's the problem that can be solved, you know. But you also have to look at where you're at right now in life. So I was a dancer, and I knew that couldn't be the way, you know, out like for my life. I was like, this is for right now with some quick cash. I have to come up with something else to get up out of here, because when you're 25 and you're a dancer, you're starting to be an OG. So I was on my way to 25, and I was like, okay, or I might have been 25 when I came up with the idea. And I was like, you know, I've always been into fashion. So I'm like, I need to do something else. And I always knew I wanted to own like a hair salon or a boutique. I just didn't know like which one yet. So I went with the boutique way, and I started selling clothes. And I was in the club, and I just remember bringing like these racks of clothes in the club, and everybody would just look at me like, what is this girl doing? But what I was doing, I was literally like, man, these girls in here got some good bodies. So, and I know they have a good following on like Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. So I'm like, if I can get them to buy the outfit and promote the outfit, I'll give them their next outfit for half off, because I know when they wear the outfit, they're going to get a lot of attention. Like, they're going to get, you know, oh, girl, where you get that from? That's cute. So they're going to want to buy another outfit on top of, you know, them having a following, so I can get, you know, a little piece of that as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I started doing that. It was like literally like I would work with these girls. I would get off work, they'll buy an outfit, and I was just like, man, it was booming.
So what kind of articles of clothing are you selling at this point?
I'm just selling things that you see like that's trendy, like on Instagram, you know, Facebook, like things that's trendy, things that you're not just going to walk in a regular, you know, store and see. You usually have to like order it online and stuff like that. Yeah. So I always wanted to have those type of clothing like accessible, you know, for like, I just think that on Instagram yesterday. You got that? Like, yeah, I got that. You know, that's the type of clothing that I wanted to have. So you're
ultimately hustling while you're hustling,
you
using one hustle to
you
get
have
another
to
hustle going.
Strategically, you know, the boutique world is saturated just like anything else in life. Yeah. So you have to, you know, look at the plan, like what's the plan, what's the vision. And I knew I wanted hot, trendy pieces. I wanted pieces that people would see on the internet, and I had them at reach.
For sure. Did you enjoy the dancing part, or was that literally just a means to a...
No. People used to tell me I was good at it, but when I got the talking, they like, you ain't supposed to be in here. Like, they just knew. It was just like, you more to this. Like, I would try not to do too much talking in there. I was just like, let me just get my money and go. Because once I got to talking, it was over with. They like, this girl gonna give me for everything I got. So, yeah, it was just like, let me just get my money and go, like I did it.
Do you maintain that clientele? Like, do you still sell dancers?
I still got a few dancers that I sell to, but one thing about life, everybody don't want to see you on the up and up. It's cool when you're where they are, but like if you keep progressing, like people don't want to see you no more. They like,
So they're hating now
yeah.
because they're still on the pole and you're out here doing other shit.
You said it, not me.
I said it. Yeah. So what was the transition? So you went from doing that, ultimately hustling out the parking lot, to what was the next? Well, actually, before we even go to the next step, at what point in your mind did you go, okay, this needs to be bigger than this?
I end up going to L.A. And there's a fashion district in L.A. A lot of people don't know that. There's a fashion district in L.A. and there's miles of vendors. So I'm like, I had to outsource. I was like, okay, well, I need to keep this going. And I don't want to be ordering, once my clientele come, I don't want to be ordering crappy clothes. I want to have like really, really, really nice quality clothes. I went to L.A. by myself, like flew, rent a car, walked 8 miles on miles of just meeting vendors, shaking hand out there all day, sweating. It was hot. I did that, because I was trying to really, really, really collect as many vendors as I could and meet them in person and say, hey, my name is Shay. You're going to see a lot of me if you can keep this or if you can keep this. It was about connections for me. I learned the connection part from the strip club. I've learned being personable from the strip club. So I feel like my journey, it was supposed to happen because I did learn quality things from being a dancer. You have to talk. You have to figure out how to get their money in your pocket. So, you're a talker, you're a thinker, you're an analyzer, so you're knowing. So I basically took those skills and tried to apply it to entrepreneurship. And now I'm at the point in my life where I'm trying to teach what I know to other people, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So before we get there, so you went to LA, did the fashion district, kind of did the stretch, shook a lot of hands, talked to a lot of people, and then that felt successful to you? Like, okay.
Yeah, because I had like $500. I only brought $500 with me. And I was like, I'm going to get as much merchandise as I can with $500. I get back, go to the strip club, boom, pop those off. So now like the $500 is $1,000. So now I'm like, okay, like I'm seeing where this could go. Yeah, I'm seeing where this can go. So the coronavirus hit and all of the dancers are out of a job. Luckily, I had this thing going, to where I was like, I have to push it. It was like go time for me. I was like, I'm just going to do it like full time, only going to focus on this. This is what I need to do. This is my calling.
Yeah. So you were almost forced into really chasing your dream.
Yeah. I was like kicked out there, like go.
COVID said, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done dancing, so let's go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that really worked out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy because that gives a lot of thought and idea to like how much people are living out their own narrative. Like we're our own, the star of our own show. That had to feel like that's God.
And it was definitely God. And then it was crazy.
But then you got all the other dancers that weren't done that are feeling the opposite. Like, I just lost my job. But you came up. You won. You won.
I was like, man, like, what's so crazy? I talked about it. I dreamed it. Like, anybody that would listen, I was talking about my boutique.
Yeah.
I remember being outside of my boutique about a year ago, and this girl pulled me over and was like, you really did it. And I'm looking at her like, who are you? And she was like, I used to come and see you in the strip club. You used to talk about it all the time. And I'm like, like anybody that would listen, I was talking about my boutique. Like, you have to manifest it. You have to go for it. Like, you have to do what you have to do for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what was your next? Now that
So the COVID hit, right?
Yep.
So now everybody's at home. So I have more time to like build content. I'm moving my house around. Like I literally had brought some stuff off Amazon, like the backdrop, some lights, and I'm moving my room around and I'm doing photo shoots in my room. So now I can do lives. I can do content. I can reach out to brand ambassadors. I can do so much because I have the time now, So boom. I end up start making more sales. And I'm like, okay, like now I need to go into a little suite because I feel like the clothes that I have, people need to feel it, touch it, people still enjoy coming into stores. So I'm like, let me go into a suite. luckily, there was this girl, she did hair. She used to live here. Her name was Keela.
Okay.
And she had a hair salon. She broke it down into 4 suites. I'm like, I need that window suite. Like, I was on her. I got the window suite. I was paying like $750.
That's not bad.
For me, I was thinking like, as a new entrepreneur, you're like, can I pay this? For me, I was like, I know I could pay that. Just give me the suite,
Yeah.
So I go inside the suite. My first year, I did 6 figures in the suite. Like, my fiance used to
Can we
tell
just
me,
get a
like,
little round of
thank
applause
you.
for that? That's crazy.
My fiance told me he thought, like, he looked like I was selling something else when he pulled it up. He was just like, like, you trapping, like, you bad. And I'm just like, yeah, we on go now. I was there. My lease was only for a year there. So after that year was up, I was forced again to go into a bigger, space, because my suite was only like 300 square feet, if that, literally. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to do it in Minnesota, I'm going to do it. Like, I feel like I got the clientele. I can do it. I know new level, new devil, but whatever. It hasn't stopped me yet.
Yeah.
So now I'm at 2516 Central Avenue Northeast, and I got 3,000 square feet. And
Wow.
This is my second year in a row doing 6 figures again, So I'm like, 2 years in, it's 6 figures each year. So, yeah.
You really did this shit. I'm impressed. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank
I mean,
you.
first of all, congratulations.
Thank
but then,
you.
okay, so I want to circle back real quick. You mentioned something off the mic about the importance of the suite.
Yeah.
Can you give some game to anybody out there that's
I
looking
feel
into this?
People, when they have a vision, it's kind of like they only see the big vision.
Yep.
But you definitely have to walk the steps first. You could take the elevator to the top. That's cool, crash and burn, whatever. I'm the type of person that like to take the steps.
Yep.
Because by each stair, I can learn something.
Sure.
Even if I fail, I could be like, all right, don't do that again, whatever, boom, whatever. That suite, little do Keela know, man, it helped out tremendously because I was like literally able to connect with each customer.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they was just coming in spending money. Like, we were really connecting. It was like, where you going, girl? I'm selling clothes for people, biggest highlights of their life. This is my 30th birthday. This is my engagement. This is that. So when you constantly are doing things and getting that right outfit for that, people remember you. They'll literally hit me up like, you had I felt so beautiful, So it's really about, if you have a passion for something, not only doing it for the money.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the money that I made, I invested it right back, obviously, if I had to go into the big store. So it's not like I'm around here just balling out of control. I invest back in my company.
Yeah.
So that suite helped me out tremendously. Like, I was able to meet so many amazing people in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I have people from St. Cloud, Mankato, like people are driving to come to SHAYSHAY's boutique. And I'm like, not only is it for the clothes, but it's for the experience. Like, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel the love when you're coming there. It's not just, hey, buy this outfit. It's, no, girl, what are we doing? Like, it's lit. It's a good vibe.
You're really impacting people's lives.
Yes, for sure. It's
That's
a vibe.
incredible. So are you I assume this is all women's clothing? Mm-hmm. You don't have men's clothing?
No men's clothing.
Have you considered that or no?
My son is 12.
Okay.
So he wants to start a shirt company. So,
Okay.
Once he gets to, with the layout and we get all that done, I'm going to put that energy into that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's great.
It'll be his company, though.
For sure. But I mean,
Yeah.
you got to have a little under your umbrella.
Yeah.
He's watched you do it.
Man,
so
he's
you've really done all this in like a matter of what, like 2 years?
I mean, it sounds like it, but it was a lot of groundwork behind it as well,
Okay.
because I was dancing for like 7 years.
Okay.
So when I hit that like 4 or 5 year mark in my dancing career, I was Googling and researching and trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it happened really fast, but in nationality, this is something that I've been researching and trying to figure out, what was I about to do? And I end up just going the boutique route. But for many years, like anybody else, you kind of just research, but like you have to take the step. Like if it's a tiny step, just take it.
Yeah.
If you get you a pen. See if you can sell that pen. If you can sell that pen, get you 2 pens. If you can sell those 2 pens, get you 4 pens. Like, you have to at least take one step for sure.
Did you ever touch six figures dancing?
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of hard to in the beginning years because I would never jot it down. I would never write it down. But once I got to like year 5, I would write down every single time. Okay. So yeah, I touched it, but it was, man, one thing about making money legally, you spend it slower than you do when you making it fast. So I got to actually see my money as an entrepreneur. Yeah. Because when you're dancing, it's just like, whatever, $700 wig, I'll make it back tomorrow. Yeah. You know, when you're an entrepreneur, you're kind of like, man, I got to pay for the lights. I got to pay the employee. I got to pay Comcast. I got to get some more inventory. So you see your money, you feel more accomplished rather than just buying bags and stuff like that, which I never did. I never bought a bag dancing.
That's a good point, though. I guess I hadn't really thought about that because you know you're going to get it back right away.
Yeah, if you're a hustler, you like,
you got it. Yeah.
Entrepreneurship, you like, all right, let's see how.
We got to pay these bills so we can keep the lights on and all that.
For sure.
Okay. So is this where you want to stay, or do you want to have like a department store someday, or like do you have an end game?
Man, no end game. That's the scary side of being an entrepreneur because it doesn't stop. Like if you're a real entrepreneur, it's always going to be something else that you want to do. This is the beginning for me. So for the people that's like, it's like, nah, I got way more to show. Yeah. Can't tell everything right now, but I do for sure want to have other SHAYSHAY's boutiques, just not all in Minnesota.
Got you.
You know, I'm trying to really franchise this thing out. I really wanted and needed to be a household name. Yeah. You know, from the response that I got back in my home city, that's why I'm glad I did come to Minnesota and do it because this is like my home city. I feel like this can go anywhere, and with the right team and customer service, you know, it's big, it's major. People want to feel value when they're spending their dollar.
Seems to be going well.
It's going well.
Is it just you?
It's me, and I have one employee.
Okay.
I had multiple employees, but that is a whole nother, topic. Yep. Like being an entrepreneur, you're facing something constantly. Yeah. With me only being 30 years old, it's kind of hard to keep employees because one, the people that's younger than you, they might envy you a little bit, or envy might be, some people look up, some people envy. And then if you hire somebody that's older, if you tell them to sweep the floor, they gonna have an attitude.
I'm trying to hear you.
So it's like I'm at that tricky point right now where it's like I just really need to find a team. But the employee that I have right now, she's amazing. She's riding. She's ready to go. And that's more. I'm looking for more of hers. More of me's, more of hers. Yeah. So I'm definitely in the building stage of that boutique because I've only been at that location for a year. Okay. So it's going good, but of course there's hurdles to it. It ain't all peachy and cream, it's always something that's going on.
Yes, of course. Business ownership. Pain in the ass for sure.
Yeah.
So what is your process for getting all of the clothing that you get now? Do you still have to go to like these
Yeah.
You gotta go track it down yourself, find it all.
If you could be that girl that only wants to have stuff shipped to you, but what if it's not right? Because in the boutique world, you only get pictures. They don't do a lot of videos, you know? So you could be that girl, or you can definitely be that person that builds a relationship with the vendors where the vendors know, like, oh, I'm not going to play with her. Like, this quality has to be, which I have the vendor, on the vendor side, I do have great vendors, but I'm still always looking for vendors. Like, I'm always looking for vendors because you can't have too many vendors ever. So it's always something where if you want that hot stuff, you got to travel. Like, you have to travel. I'm always like, I got to go here. I got to get this. I got to get this,
You go out of the country?
Not yet.
That's in your plans, though?
It's in my plans.
Do you sell local brands?
No, but I definitely want to have like a small area where people can, I don't want like the same person. I want it to be like a transitional local brand. So I am trying to do that. I just got to figure out the blueprint to it. But I definitely want to have a spot in my store where I can literally like transition, local brands as well. Because local brands is popping right now.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of them out here. Yeah. There's a lot of really nice
quality.
Like quality, yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know about other cities and states. I just know about this one.
I know Minnesota is popping with the local brands.
Yeah.
Like they're doing their thing, and I definitely want to figure out a blueprint to where it all makes sense.
Who are some local brands that you see that are moving a little bit out here?
Oh, you put me on a spot.
I did. Just one or two that you
There's
see.
this, and I know people by their Facebook names.
Okay.
So there's this girl, and she's gonna kill me. I think her name is like Arshanay or something like that. I can't remember her brand name.
Okay.
But if I could tap on my Facebook, maybe I would. But yeah, and there is another girl. Man, I suck at this.
I really did put you on the spot, huh?
Yeah, because like if I would have wrote down the brands that I know, but I know some brands out here. I
Yeah.
just can't think of their names.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah.
They're all, I mean, New Muse.
I think I don't know. Maybe I've seen that one.
Might be one of the ones you mentioned. She works hard.
Yeah.
You could tell she works hard.
Yeah.
It's very her brand is very, I would call it hip hop centric.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's something you'd see rappers wearing,
Okay.
but she puts a lot of detail into it.
Yeah.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, there's a few, and it's at the tip of my brain, but I can't think. It's early.
Yeah, for sure. But then you got, like brands like Hybrid Nation,
Okay.
which is really quality. It's not like extravagant, but it's just really nice quality.
I'm thinking of this girl. I think her name is like Dank Smoke or something like that.
Okay. I know the name.
Yeah, she got some fire too. But
I probably know the brand too, but I can't think of
the yeah.
But then you got like Captain Rebel.
Yeah,
Captain
of course.
Rebel is fire.
Yes, there you go. Man, there's some good people
There's a
out
lot.
here. There's some people out here doing their stuff for sure.
No, there's a lot. What's the other one that I just found? Perpetual Grind.
Okay.
They
I
just
think
had,
I done seen that. I know I've seen that before.
They just had Fat Joe pull up in some Perpetual Grind
Oh,
recently. That's a local brand though.
that's what's up.
Yeah. Now Minnesota definitely on the fashion side
Yeah.
is doing great.
Yeah.
So what about like brand ambassadors? How do you choose?
My brand ambassadors.
Yeah.
I really go off the vibe. Like I stalk their social media because I don't play by my brand.
Yeah.
Like we ain't finna be out here. I don't want to see you in a negative light.
Right.
So with my brand ambassadors, I definitely made sure that I looked at their social media, that I was, feeling their vibe. And there's not like a specific type that I go for. It's really just their vibe, their energy for sure. Like that's how I do brand ambassadors. But I also want to let people know you can do it without a brand ambassador. I mean, it's great. It is.
Yep.
But like them steps I was talking about,
Yeah.
Definitely let people know that you are the one behind the face. That kind of helped out with me a lot because they were seeing my face everywhere. I was modeling the pictures. I had the little clicker for the tripod, taking the pictures. So people felt comfortable like, oh, this is a real brand. This is a real person. It wasn't like stock photos, that you see like, oh, I got small, medium, large. It was like, you never see a model picture on like a stock photo on my website. They're all real people. And that makes people feel comfortable.
For sure.
Like, oh, okay, she's actually wearing her own, products. Like it has to be good fabric, So yeah. Take those steps. Don't go so far to always like, I need all these brand ambassadors. No, maybe you should be the brand ambassador if you're the company, if you're the brand.
Yeah.
You be your brand ambassador until you can afford these high-end brand ambassadors.
Yeah. Agreed. Is there any part of you that wants to design your own line of clothing?
Yes. I'm itching for it.
I know that's got to be
I'm
there
itching
somewhere.
for it. Yes, I'm itching for it. But time. The biggest where I'm at right now in my career is I'm trying to get the Minnesota boutique with a great team and with me knowing for a fact what it's going to do, so then I can venture off to do other things.
Yeah.
Because one thing about it, when you're an owner, the moment you turn your head, that's when all the crazy stuff happens.
Of course.
And I'm not for none of that. I mean, I haven't had a bad review in 2 years.
Wow.
So it's like you will come into the boutique and still see me like, what size you need, girl? Let's try these shoes on. Like I'm that type of hands on. So I'm just trying to make sure that the team I build is like ready for it. So if you think you could be a part of the team, I could definitely give them my Gmail.
You want to give it to them now?
Yes. So SHAYSCHESBTQ@gmail.com. If you feel like you want to be a part of the team, it's SHAYSHAY's boutique for short, boutique BTQ@gmail.com. I'm looking for loyal, quality employees, like, man, if you want to be a part of a team,
Yeah.
you know, if you want to feel appreciated, if you don't want to go to work and have Mike, John, and Sally yelling at you,
Right.
you know, you want something different, you know, definitely, you know, email me.
Okay, that's perfect. So what else? Is there anything else that you want to make sure that people know about the boutique, or anything that you feel like we missed?
I really feel like you got it out of me.
Yeah.
Yes. But make sure you guys come visit 2516 Central Avenue Northeast, Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 12 to 7. And, yeah, it's a vibe there. Like, if you haven't been, make sure you come through, slide through. For the people that's been, you know, if you tag us, you get 15% off, especially if you sync this interview, you know. Just say you sync the interview when you come inside the store, and I got you.
Oh, that's dope. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Do you
No
have
problem.
any closing advice for anybody wanting to get into this?
Yes. Anybody that wants to be an entrepreneur, just do it. It's never going to be a right time. It's always going to be something stopping you. Do it. You know, that's
Yeah.
what life is about. Just do it.
Agreed. This episode is sponsored by Nike. Just do it. Tell them one more time where they can find you at.
Yes. So I'm at SHAYSHAY's Boutique on Instagram, SHAYCHE Boutique on Instagram, SHAYSHAY Boutique on Facebook, and www.shayshayBoutique.com. Just type in SHAYSHAY Boutique. I'm going to pop up.
Perfect. I appreciate your time. This is
Man, yeah, it was lovely. It was a blessing to be here.
fun. I'm glad we could do it.
Yeah.
Another episode of Live on Lake Street. I'm Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1. We out.
Damn, Woody. In high school, I let it blam, Woody. I wasn't playing, Woody. I'm coming straight out the south. Hey, genius, best watch your mouth. When I put up on P&B, right, that ain't he come out. You moving ounces, I just moved 100 things in a drought. You want the south side, outside the fence of your house.